deck profile. Trying to record a different way, so if this looks different, that's why. So I did my Blastoise deck, and I wanted to go ahead and do the only other deck that I have right now. I have had this deck built. This is what I had been playing up until I decided to play Keldeo, and I've kept it together because it's really fun, and hell, it might be good black-white on format. But this is what I ran for the longest time. This is what I ran basically until I wasn't allowed to anymore due to rotation. So I'll go ahead and show the deck, and then I'll explain how it works. So, one Emolga. 4 Tynamo, that'd be 3 Thunderwave and 1 Spark. 4 Eelektrik. 1 Zekrom, these are the attackers. 3 Raikou, this is the main focus of the deck. Let's see, 2 Mewtwo, because it was kind of self-explanatory at the time. 1 Tornadus, maybe a little... Like I said, I'll explain this. That's my general style. I'll explain stuff at the end. So trainers, 2 Super Rod, 3 Level Ball, 3 Ultra Ball, 3 Max Potion, only 2 Switch, 2 Eevee, 3 Catcher. Obviously, this was pre-errata, when it was actually good. 2 Skyro, the dominating stadium until Beach and Verbeek became such a big thing. So 4 Cheren, 4 N, 4 Juniper, 4 Double Colors, and 8 Lightning. Alright, so before I kind of go into and explain kind of how the deck works, I'm going to go ahead and show you the main strategy of why I thought this deck was good. So what your ideal situation is you want 2 to 3 Eelektrik on the bench back here, with 3 Lightning and discard. I don't know if you can see that or not, but bam. So then you're going to want a Sky Arrow Bridge out. And like I said, this happens a lot more than you would think. So a Raikou active and a Raikou on the bench, with an Eevee on either one or both. And so the general idea of what you're going to want to do is, so you've got the Raikou active that attacked last turn with the Lightning. You Dynamotor the 3 Lightning back on to this guy. You retreat for free, and then you snipe something on the bench. Now at this point in the game, Prize now was really huge. I mean, it still is. But so when I attack, I discard all the energy. So they attack this. More than likely, unless it's a Terrakion, they're probably not going to knock it out, and I can just Max Potion the damage right off. So Max Potion's a really key player in the deck, and you can basically just keep cycling Raikous. Which is why the deck was so good, because killing EXs wasn't necessarily like the thing you needed to do. You could take 6 straight prizes and not like worry too much about it. So like you would kill setup guys, like you would kill Dinos, you would kill other Electrics. A big strategy would be catcher their Electric, and then use your Electric to kill another Electric on the bench for a mirror match, which is why I think so well with this deck, because this deck was basically focused around fighting the mirror match. So there's some things that are a little confusing. So one would be Zekrom. I basically needed a non-EX attacker because of Sigilif. It hits Sigilif. It's for 120, which is pretty decent, and since I run Eviolite, Bull Strike isn't too bad of an attack. Outrage is also a pretty good wall. As far as the Tynamos, I run 3 of these and 1 of these. Honestly, I don't know why I did this. I never found the Spark Dynamo to be helpful. In fact, this is the one I always evolved first. Thunderwave was almost always better, but everywhere online seemed to be saying that you always need to run 1 Spark in case of the one scenario where it's great or whatever. And since I did run 2 Super Rod, I did have the ability to snipe for, 10 for 1. So I ran it. I literally never used it. In fact, I lost a game because it wasn't a Thunderwave Dynamo. I attacked, rolled the coin thinking it was the Thunderwave, hit heads, and then he was like, "What are you doing?" And I ended up losing the next turn to a Terrakion Retaliate. So not the greatest, but I mean, this is the list that I ran card for card. So if you're wondering why I only ran 2 Switch, it's because I ran 4 DC. A lot of time, these DCs really were just sitting there for Mewtwo anyway, so if a catcher stalled an Electric, I could always just use the double colors to retreat it. The Tornadus is also a little bit of a strange choice, but it works well with DC, it works well with the Stadium, and it has the resistance to Terrakion, which is always helpful, which is basically the reason that I ran it. Terrakion was really big at the time. Emolga's also really strange. This is kind of weird. If I didn't have Skyrbridge, there were some cases where Skyrbridge was being played over by a Spurcia City Gym and stuff like that. And in matchups where it would, this is a good free retreater. It has resistance to Terrakion and which isn't super relevant, but Terrakion and Landorus, which is good. Landorus could only hit it for 10. And Call for Family was always really good. So if I could get this in a Switch or a way to retreat, for free or whatever, if I could get Skyro and get something out of activating Call for Family, it was really good. And it was always just something to kind of send up. And then the other thing was why run 4 Cheren? Well, at the time, there wasn't really any other choice of supporters besides we got Juniper, we had N, and you had to choose between Bianca and Cheren. And Bianca could get you 3 or more, but more often than not, it got you 1 or 2 or you couldn't play it. So Cheren was always a draw 3, and it was just good. So that's my Eels deck. This is exactly card for card how it was in almost the same rarity that I had it back when I played, and I really look forward to playing this again in Black White On format. So comment, let me know what you guys think of the deck. I thought it ran well, and honestly, I'm not going to change it. But it is a really fun deck, and who knows, maybe it'll be dominant again